Hello, welcome to another episode of the Khalism podcast, where I am your host Khalid Omari, and I tap into and recite some journal entries from my archive. Today I will be reciting Self-Imposed Exile, which was written on the 11th of November 2010. This journal is taken from Catharsis, allegorically speaking, which was like the first time that I was writing a lot of this stuff between 2010 and maybe September, October 2012. So if you would like to purchase, download and read Catharsis, allegorically speaking, or any of my other manuscripts in full, just head to whereisKO.com. And there is a shop tab. Go on there. They're all yours. In the EPUB format as well, so you can annotate and bookmark, and it's more flexible. Anywho, Self-Imposed Exile. After a few successes and achievements, you'd think I'd be celebrating, but you'd be surprised at how different it is in reality. I don't feel balanced. My heart, head and emotions conflict with each other because they all want different things. They all want to say things in different ways, and they all have different thresholds of tolerance. This trinity of thought, feeling and expression needs to be brought into alignment. Somehow I need to strike a balance and agreement between all three. The solution is to reassess, to progress. Sort of like acclimatizing. I really need to take time out from everything. I really need to contemplate, meditate, to formulate a plan of action. A lot has happened. So much has happened. I find myself giving myself pep talks all the time, similar to stay busy, focus on your goals and aspirations. The pursuit of my goals and aspirations is a very lonely process, because when you retire inwards to be pensive, look outwards for sign of inspiration before diving into yourself to find an avenue to funnel your creativity through. I feel exile is quite necessary because I really need to think. I need to find my direction again. I don't like feeling lost. Maybe it's because for 8 months out of my life, I didn't feel like the loner I was used to being. I've always become accustomed to retreating and retiring inwards rather than living life outwards, a part of a crowd, fitting in. For 8 months, someone spoke the same language. The life of a creative thinker is lonely because as an artist, I often view the world through art and see life as an illusion. The idea of time is an illusion. What we see, feel, language, signs, symbols are all illusions. What if I were to say the sky is not blue on a clear summer's day, it is scarlet? Everyone would think I've lost my mind. I'd have an army of people trying to contest my view with all their science and preconceived ideas, trying to tell me what is, what isn't, what it should be, why it should be. They'll try to shut down my point of view with their pre-established habitual ideas, trying to force me round to their way of thinking, their ways of interpretation, constant comparisons of polarities and levels of whatever, all of which result in suppression of my creative activity, making me scared to do anything outside of what the masses deem to be acceptable. The only thing arising out of suppression is rebellion, because what you ultimately try to force inside a big chest deep in the depths of the subconscious will slowly seep ideas which escape and plant the seeds of inspiration in the conscious mind and allow you to progress. I think I've suppressed everything creatively for so long that my chest of secrets has burst open. I care not for the views of others, nor the rules of convention. I spare nothing in the path of being artistic. There comes a time when you realize everything has been an illusion, a mirage of sorts. Rather than see what you really see, you become caught up in the smoke and mirrors wondering. To wonder is not a bad thing, as it's a learning curve which inspires you to question these conventional illusions through unconventional art. Upon observation, I've realized that many people develop a dependency on people and possessions. I myself am far from innocent concerning this, but I've realized that as you gradually allow yourself to unravel through artistic means, it forces you to become one with yourself as you question all these things. Why do you have a dependency on that particular brand, that particular possession, that particular person? The way they make you feel, right? The way you get butterflies and tingle when you see the new collection at your favourite store, put on them shoes, see and speak to that person, right? It's an addiction. You're in love. No matter how you try to break it down, it's relative. Love is the biggest illusion of them all. Not a negative in any shape or form, but it's always so easy to lose yourself in all of its fruits, which then become its trappings. The way you feel, what you tolerate at the low points because you feel so good when you're at the high points, the endless spirals of what you want it to be and believe, making a mountain out of something that never existed. You become addicted to the thrills, addicted to the spoils of war, addicted to the fruits of emotion, addicted to the highs, addicted to the lows. Addicted to the highs, accepting the lows, smoke and mirrors, illusions, hurting, pain, broken records, skipping over the same lines, freeze, defrost, detachment, pushing, pulling, self-preservation, broken dreams and self-esteem, a tarnished heart and spirit. As much of a success the highs of love were, you still end up regretting the hurt and pain inflicted upon yourself and the other. The emotion consumes you, whilst the phoenix of resentment rises and burns everything in its path. All bridges are lost, all ties severed, all letters turned to ash. Your words no longer mean nothing. The diary you spent writing all that time ago has nothing left to it. The only bits that survive are the memories. But even so, the memories of the good times have become overcast by clouds of darkness, which led to the final curtain being drawn. It all becomes an illusion, which sits in the memories you'd rather not remember until you end up burying and forgetting. I guess life goes on. I guess it's time to leave the departure lounge and board the train. I guess it's time to leave the departure lounge and board the plane. I guess it's time to bid farewell to the island and document my time spent through a string of odes which politely capture all moments I'm going into self-imposed exile. I need to adjust. I need to readjust. I've sent a few messages. I hope you understand. Oh, rah. That was a... I know what this is about. Crikey, I don't always remember like everything that was happening at the time, but I remember what this is about. And it ties into... if you go to whereisKO.com and you look up and listen to The Island, tracks like Midnight in Brazil or pretty much 1012 BC, this is around that type of era. You know what I'm saying? Like, catharsis, allegorically speaking, it's a deeper kind of piece of thing. I reckon that's the coming of age manuscript right here, because there's so many different layers of expression here, like whether I'm writing it down like this or like, you know, there's the tracks from 1012 BC, like there's loads of things. Like I envisioned it to be a whole different type of project. But yeah, thank you for listening.